Okay, in this class we are going to study chapter 10 Introduction of Straight Lines. Okay, you have already studied about coordinate geometry. Then what do you mean by coordinate geometry? Coordinate geometry means it is a combination of geometry and algebra. Okay, coordinate geometry means combination of geometry and algebra. So it was first carried out by whom? Rene Descartes. So in our earlier classes, we already studied about coordinate axis, coordinate plane, plotting of how to plot the points in a plane, etc. We already studied that one, isn't it? Next we are going to study coordinate axis. Coordinate axis means x-axis and y-axis are called coordinate axis. See, x, c, o, x dash is called x-axis and y, o, y dash is called the y-axis. So these x-axis and y-axis meet perpendicularly at 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So we can call this as rectangular axis, isn't it? Next we are going to study, see, this is x-axis, x, o, x dash and y, o, y dash. Okay, then this length LP, this length LP is the x coordinate, LP is the x coordinate, or we can call it abscissa. This distance we can call it abscissa of the point P. What are the coordinates of P? X and Y. Okay, then MP. What about this length MP? MP is called the Y coordinate or the ordinate or P. Okay, we can call this distance MP. This distance is called the Y coordinate. Y coordinate, or we can call it as ordinate of P. Is it clear for you? So we can say quadrant. What do you mean by quadrants? The coordinate axis. Coordinate axis means what? X-axis and y-axis divide the which plane? XY plane into 4 parts called quadrants. So this is the first quadrant and the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant and this is the fourth quadrant, isn't it? So in the first quadrant we can see all the coordinates are positive. That is x-axis and y-axis are positive, and in the second quadrant x-axis is negative and the y-axis is positive. So in the third quadrant both the x-axis is negative and y-axis, both the x-axis and y-axis are negative. And in the fourth quadrant x-axis is positive and y-axis is negative. See, look at this example A. What are the points? 3, 2. Both are positive. And the other one -5. -5 and positive 1. Isn't it? Then this one -4 to -4. Both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant 2 -2. 2 -2. So 2 is positive and the y-axis is negative. Is it clear for you? Next we are going to study coordinate of origin. Coordinates of origin. Origin is always 0, 0. Then abscissa. Abscissa means x-axis. Abscissa of every point on the y-axis is 0. And ordinate of every point on the x-axis is 0. The next point we are going to study is distance between 2 points. What is the distance between 2 points? Let's study. Distance between 2 points is equal to, see, look at this figure. See, look at this figure, PQ. PQ. So PQ is equal to x1 y, P is equal to x1 y1 and Q is equal to x2 y2. Then what is the distance between P to Q? Let's do. PQ is equal to, we can write PQ is equal to root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. We can write distance between 2 points. How will you find the distance between 2 points? P to Q. So P, what are the coordinates of P? X1, Y1. And what are the coordinates of Q? X2, Y2. So distance between 2 points is equal to PQ is equal to root of X2 minus X1 square plus Y2 minus Y1 square. Is it clear for you? The coordinates of a point dividing the line segment joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2 internally in the ratio m is to n are x equal to mx2 plus nx1 whole divided by m plus n, y is equal to m by 2 plus ny1 whole divided by m plus n. Okay, look at this figure. Suppose A and B, this is a line. So this point P divide this line. What is the ratio? In the ratio m is to n. The coordinate of P is equal to xy and coordinate of A are x1 y1 and coordinate of B is equal to x2 y2. Okay, next we have to study is that the midpoint of the line segment joining the points. How will you find the midpoint of the line segment? So midpoint of the line segment, what are the coordinates here? x1 y1 and x2 y2. If what is the condition here? M is equal to n or x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Is it clear for you? Area of triangle whose vertices are x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3 is equal to half into modulus of x1 in bracket y2 minus y1 plus x2 in bracket y3 minus y1 plus x3 in bracket y1 minus y2. Then or another way we can write this one is equal to half into modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1 in bracket plus x2 y3 minus x3 y2 in bracket plus x3 y1 minus x1 y3. So how to remember this formula easily? So this trick you can apply here. Okay. So first of all you have to write half into modulus of x1, x2, x3, x1 you have to write. Similar way we can write y1, y2, y3, y1 we can write. Then half into modulus of x1, y2 minus x2 y1 in bracket plus x2 y3 minus x3 y2 in bracket plus x3 y1 minus x1 y3 in bracket. Any doubt till here? Any doubt? Next we are going to study condition of collinearity of 3 points. When 3 points are collinear, so we can write 3 points. What are the 3 points? A, B, C. So A can take as x1, y1, B can take as B, x2, y2, C can take x3, y3, will be collinear if the area of triangle ABC is equal to 0. We already know that area is equal to of triangle is equal to half into modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1 plus x2 y3 minus x3 y2 in bracket plus x3 y1 minus x1 y3, or this x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into bracket y3 minus y2 plus x3 into bracket y1 minus y3. We already know that this is equal to 0, we can say that the 3 points are collinear. 3 points are collinear when the area of triangle ABC is equal to 0. Area of triangle ABC is equal to 0. We can say that these points are collinear. So next we are going to study straight line. Okay, straight line. You already studied in small classes about the straight line. Line we studied. Okay, in this chapter we studied straight line. A line with a zero curvature. Line with a zero curvature is called a straight line. For example, we can say a man travels from this P to Q. He wants to travel from P to Q. So he can travel this way, we can this way. First he can from this point, again he travel here, then he reach this point. Similar way he can travel this way also. This point, then he can reach this point, isn't it? So the shortest distance he can travel is this. From P to Q is this distance, isn't it? This distance P to Q is a straight line. Okay, so next we are going to study about the slope. What do you mean by slope? Slope of a line. Okay, slope of a line we are going to study. See, first of all we have to draw the x-axis. X, O, x dash. Okay, y, y dash. So a line containing line in a coordinate. A line, this is a line in a coordinate plane. A coordinate plane means xy plane. Xy plane forms two angles. What are the two angles? One is theta and the other one is 1 minus theta. So these angles with the x-axis, okay, forms two angles with the x-axis which are supplementary. We can say these angles are supplementary, we can say, isn't it? Okay, then the angle, say theta, we can say this angle is theta made by this line. This is the line. So the angle made by this line is called the theta with positive direction of x-axis. So positive direction of x-axis is measured in positive. That is why this angle is measured in positive. So and measured in anti-clockwise. And is measured in anti-clockwise, and the inclination of the line, obviously we can say this is in between 0 degree less than or equal to theta less than is equal to 180 degree, we can say. Okay, next definition we can study. What is the definition of this we can study. Then slope. What do you mean by slope of a line? Slope of a line is if theta is the angle of inclination of the line. So inclination of the line is represented by theta. Then tan theta. Tan theta, we can say slope of the line is called tan theta, or gradient of the line we can say. So this theta is called inclination of the line, and tan theta is called the slope of the line or gradient of the line, isn't it? The slope of the line whose inclination is 90 degree. Inclination is 90 degrees. That is, it is this angle. This line is perpendicular to y-axis. Perpendicular to y-axis. The angle is 90 degrees. So its slope is 90. Tan 90. Tan 90 means how much? Tan 90 is equal to sin 90 divided by cos 90. What is sine 90? Sine 90 means 1. What is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So 1 by 0. So tan 90 is not defined. Okay. Then slope of the line is denoted by m. Slope of the line is denoted by m. Thus we can say m is equal to tan theta. Then one more thing we are going to study, the slope of the x-axis. Slope of the x-axis is 0. So if the line is parallel to x-axis, its inclination is 0. So slope of x-axis is tan 0. Slope of the x-axis is tan 0. Tan 0 means what? Sin 0 divided by cos 0. Sin 0 means how much? 0 only. Cos 0 means 1. So 0 by 1 is equal to 0. So slope of x-axis is 0 and slope of y-axis is not defined. Slope of y-axis is not defined. Is it clear for you? Next we are going to study if P of x1, y1 and Q of x2, y2 are 2 points on the line L, then the slope of the line is given by m is equal to, if 2 points are given, so m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to y1 minus y2 whole divided by x1 minus x2, isn't it? Then another we are going to study is that if the line L1 is parallel to L2, then their inclinations are equal. See, look at this L1 and L2, their inclinations theta 1 and theta 2. So their slope is represented by tan theta 1 and tan theta 2. Tan theta 1 is equal to m1 and tan theta 2 is equal to m2. So if two lines are parallel, condition for parallel is m1, their slope are equal. That is m1 is equal to m2. Is it clear for you? Is it clear for you? If the lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular, theta 2 is equal to theta 1 plus 90 degree. So therefore tan theta 2, we have to take tan on both sides. So we get a tan theta 2 is equal to tan theta 1 plus 90 degree. You already know that tan 90 plus theta, it comes in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant tan is negative. So tan 90 plus theta is how much? Cot theta. Cot theta, this is theta 1. So cot theta 1, which is negative cot theta 1. So we can write minus cot theta 1, we can write minus 1 by tan theta 1. So we can write m2 is equal to, what is tan theta? Tan theta 2 is the slope of m2. m2 is equal to minus 1 by m1. So we can say that m1 cross multiply, we get m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. We can say if the two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular, then their slope is equal to then the slope, product of their slope is equal to how much? Minus 1. Then their product is equal to how much? Minus 1. That is m1 into m2 is equal to how much? Minus 1. Is it clear for you? Thanks for watching.